biggest stars in the NFL are going to be building my team from the 0 overall we have on the screen right now, hopefully into something elite by the end of this video, because a ton of NFL players should know ball, right? Starting with one of the best running backs in the NFL, Bijan Robinson.
Was there a running back that you looked up to when you were coming up?
Yeah, so I know I was still young, but I mean, I saw a lot of his tapes because my grandpa, he had those, and obviously highlights, but like LaDainian Tomlinson.
We're starting off with one of the greatest running backs of all time, which Bijan Robinson has named. And LaDainian's best card is actually this 87 overall limited, so that's exactly what we're going to have to add to our team at our running back 1 position, which is a great start for our team, and it brings us up to an 87 overall, but obviously one player on offense and defense is not going to cut it. This isn't the NBA. We can't have one single player make a huge difference, as much as I'd like that to be the case. Otherwise, my Patriots would not be awful since we have Christian Gonzalez on defense. But for every single NFL star that names a player for us, we're also going to add that player that names a player for us, or we're going to add a teammate of theirs. And since we just got a running back, we're not adding Bijan, but we're going to add this 84 overall Jesse Bates at our free safety position. Another great card from Bijan selections, which gives us 1 player on defense and 1 player on offense, which clearly isn't enough to build a team around. And we're going to need a lot of good players because we have to build an 81 or higher team in this video to complete my challenge, which is to build an elite squad from all of these NFL stars choices. If I don't build an 81 or higher team, I have to give away a jersey of one of these players to a lucky subscriber in the comment section down below. So be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below. Simple as that, boys. And tell me what jersey you want from this team once the video's over. There's some insane players coming up in this video, though, that you do not want to miss. Maybe even one of your favorites. But boys, while you're in the comment section, be sure to scroll up a little bit and go to the link in the description, which is Underdog Fantasy. When you use my code DOM, you'll get up to $1,000 in bonus cash, and you'll get this Justin Jefferson 0.5 yard special offer. You only get that using code DOM. It's a site-wide special for code DOM users only. Underdog hooked us up with an awesome code that me and my subscribers can use, so be sure to use that. It's gone in a week, though. You only have a couple of days to use it, so if you want to get a huge W, which is a single yard Justin Jefferson needs for you to win on that pick, be sure to use code DOM before this is gone forever in just a couple of days. Be fast, boys. 1 yard for the best wide receiver in this generation is the easiest money ever, so be sure to use it. And we'll get more like these in the future if a ton of you guys use my code. Additionally, if we get 500 signups with my code this season, boys, I'm giving away a few Xboxes and PS5s to my subscribers, and at 1,000 signups with code DOM, I have to get an EA Sports tattoo. So if you want to see me get punished, be sure to sign up right now. But in this next clip, Caleb Williams is going to name a couple of insane players for us.
Fastest in the league.
Oh,
Tyreek Hill, probably.
Okay, Tyreek.
Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady.
And then he names Aaron and Tom Brady. So we actually have a choice at QB, and then we get a wide receiver. And then, of course, we're going to add a Chicago Bear as well. So, of course, first we need to get Tom Brady. And his best card is this 86 overall quarterback card that came out just a couple of weeks ago. So we're 100% adding that to the squad. He's my GOAT, so that's who we're picking there. And then we're going to add this Cheetah Tyreek Hill, a.k.a. champion, to the squad as well. The fastest card in the entire game. And we, of course, need a Chicago Bear. So who better than who Caleb throws to in Chicago with DJ Moore at our second wide receiver position. This isn't even close to the craziest cards we're going to be adding, though, boys. We have some insane players coming up, so don't miss a single second of this video. Or else your team is going to be cursed to play like the Cowboys in January. I don't think you want that, do you? And with just 2 players in, we've added a ton of insane firepower to our offense, but the next clip is going to help us even more, because Micah Parsons is going to tell CJ Stroud his dream defense.
I'm going to pick my best defense. I got Sauce Gardner.
Sauce, okay.
I love it. Let's go. Pat Surtain in the
Pat Surtain.
I have Trayvon Diggs.
Trayvon.
Outside. And I got Jalen Ramsey at my nickel.
That's a pretty great secondary so far.
Derwin James is my safety.
Like
Derwin.
I got Fred Warner.
Warner.
Is a linebacker.
Oh my! You gonna put 2 mics? Come on, bro. What are we doing?
You so right. You so right.
Oh my gosh, I gave him a good idea.
These two interacting on this
swap them out
podcast
for
is so
Calvin
great, dude. I love it. It's making me a huge fan of both of them.
In my front, we got Myles Garrett, Aaron Donald, Chris Jones, and Micah Parsons.
Oh my goodness. Micah Parsons just went off, dude. Micah just named some crazy players. I mean, he said Aaron Donald, Sauce Gardner, Patrick Surtain. We're going to add a couple of those guys. And of course, we need to add a Cowboy. And we're going to add a Texan as well, because CJ Stroud was chilling there, so why not? First up is one of the best corners in the league. Patrick Surtain is going to be our brand new new cornerback 1. After that, we need another lockdown corner, so why not Jalen Ramsey to go along with him? A defense wouldn't be complete without all-pro Fred back there lurking around, trying to get some hit sticks for us. And then, of course, we need to add a player from each of those guys' teams, or them, which means we're adding Micah Parsons for Micah Parsons. And for the Texans, I'm low-key thinking we should add CJ Stroud over Tom Brady, but we might come back to that later. I'm not sure yet. Instead, though, we're going to add J.J. Watt, one of the greatest defensive players of all time, to completely destroy offensive lines for us.
All I know is you mess with me, you got problems. That's all I know.
And just like that, our defense has been changed entirely. We've got some lockdown corners, we've got crazy pass rushers, and we have the best middle linebacker in the NFL, but still not good enough to field a full team with. So let's get into our next clip. We got Justin Jefferson, Amon-Ra, George Kittle, and Devontae Adams, 4 of the best players in the entire league, but Justin Jefferson is going to give his answer here.
Who in the history of the NFL as a receiver you looked at like this guy needs more appreciation? Like who's underrated in the NFL right now, or you know, all time?
I mean, I feel like the first name that will come to me and probably come to a lot of receivers' mind is Keenan Allen.
Keenan, okay. I like that. I like that a lot. That's a super great choice. I love it. Keenan Allen, welcome to the squad. And in place of Justin Jefferson, we're going to add this Harrison Phillips, our defensive tackle position, because we don't have one yet. Which brings us to our next clip where Justin Jefferson is going to once again give some other names of people who inspired him in the NFL.
Where did you go to get the understanding of the game from the hires?
Oh, okay. Man, I had a big list of people. One was Odell.
Odell, my favorite wide receiver ever.
Randy Moss, of course, is definitely a top for me.
Randy,
arguably the best wide receiver of all time.
100%.
It's the one
Jerry Rice, you know, Chris Carter.
Oh my gosh.
Devontae Adams. All of these different guys that I got to meet when I got into the league.
That list alone is insane for players to add. And we're gonna add those guys in a second, but let's get into our next clip as well, where Patrick Surtain is naming his top 5 cornerbacks of all time.
Reeves and Champ, they've been guys that's been doing consistently year in and year out.
Okay.
I say guys like, you know, Charles Woodson.
Charles.
We got like the Ty Laws, you know, Sante Samuel, you know, my pops. You know, I put him in that category as well. But
gotta put Senior in there for sure.
And he named some great players there, but now he's going to say his best corners in the league currently.
Right now, I say Ramsey. Ramsey got to be the guy. I mean, he's been holding the standard for so many years. Guys like Slay. Then you got guys like me, Sauce, you know, Woolen.
Sauce,
you know, guys like that. But to us, I say Trey Diggs.
Oh my gosh, he just went off. So we're going to add one past player instead of one current player. Revis Island, welcome to the squad. 85 overall. Awesome card. He's going to lock it down for us. And then we're going to add Sauce Gardner, another awesome player that we can add from this. And now our wide receiver core is completely finished. I think it's pretty safe to say Tom Brady is going to be throwing to some pretty good wide receivers, and we don't need to add another one the rest of the video. I'd love to start getting some O linemen, maybe some tight ends and some defensive linemen as well too though. But we also need a Bronco in place of Patrick Surtain because we already have him obviously. So we're gonna get Nick Benito at our left outside linebacker position as well. And just like that, our defense is nearly done, and we just need some O linemen and a tight end on offense, and our offense is done. So let's get into our very next clip. And we are currently in 85 overall, but something I didn't mention is for every position that we don't get filled out, which is as of right now a lot, we're gonna have to put a silver in their place. So if we don't get these positions filled out, this overall on our team is going to drop very, very fast. Which brings us to the best current player in the NFL, answering a bunch of questions about some of his top players in the NFL and a bunch of other random stuff.
Who was the last celebrity you met that had you starstruck?
Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce, okay.
Defender you've ever
Glazing.
By Max Crosby.
Max Crosby, okay, that's a pretty good list right there. But in this next clip of Mahomes, he's actually going to be naming his dream fantasy team on offense and on defense. So he's going to give us some crazy good players here as well.
We want to build a fantasy team, but on 2 conditions. The rules are simple.
Okay.
We both have you as our quarterback since you're one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. And the second rule is that you can't pick anyone that's on the current Chiefs roster, but you can pick players that are current or all-time players in the NFL.
Can't pick Chiefs, essentially.
I'll pick Barry Sanders.
Barry Sanders. This kid knows
Sanders?
ball.
You took...
This kid knows ball.
I'm doing Earl Campbell.
Earl Campbell.
Wide receiver number 1.
Okay, we're not even going to go through the wide receivers. We already have a billion of those. I'm not picking one of them. He's going to say Randy and Calvin and someone else. Tyreek, probably.
Randy Moss for me. I'll go with Tyreek Hill. Wide receiver number 3. Let me go with Jamar Chase.
Jamar?
I can't pick Travis. Are you sure?
Can't pick Travis.
Sure.
I'll take Rob Gronkowski.
Gronk, W choice. I'm more interested in defense, though. We need defensive players, Patrick.
Okay, so safety.
I got Brian Dawkins.
B-Dog.
Ed Reed.
Cornerback
Ed Reed.
number 1.
Deion Sanders.
Deion.
Darrell Revis Island.
Let's go defensive end.
Are we counting Lawrence Taylor as a DN or outside linebacker?
Outside linebacker.
Dude, this kid knows ball. Holy crap.
Reggie White. I'm trying to think of a current
Reggie
guy
White not in Madden.
I'm taking Von Miller and I'm putting him at DN. I don't know.
Von Miller.
Defensive tackle.
Vince Wilfork.
Vince Wilfork.
Linebackers?
Yeah. All right, give me Lawrence Taylor.
You see how he snuck Lawrence Taylor after I just said? No, let's go with Ray Lewis.
Ooh, Ray Lewis. Killer choice, Patrick. Killer choice, buddy. Okay, we just got a lot of players from Patrick Mahomes, so we're just going to quickly go through all of the choices. First things first, we got Travis Kelce at tight end. I would love to get Gronk, but he's not in the game quite yet as I'm recording this. He does have a leaked card coming up, but he's not in yet, so I can't choose him. Then since he named a bunch of receivers, we're just going to add a lineman from each of those teams that he said, since we literally have too many receivers. So, Christian Darrisaw in place of Randy Moss. We're going to get Trent Williams as well in place of Jerry Rice. Ted Karras in place of Jamar Chase. And then Creed Humphrey in place of Patrick Mahomes. Because we already have a QB. We're not replacing Brady. Sorry, Mahomes. Also, why does this guy look so gorgeous in his picture, dude? This guy deserves a 99 rating alone for his aura. On defense, my boy said Lawrence Taylor. So we're adding Lawrence Taylor 10 times out of 10. And then we're going to add Chris Jones as well on his defense. You can't have a Patrick Mahomes dream team without Chris Jones on the defense, respectfully. And we're going to add Justin Reed, our strong safety position, because Palamalu, Ed Reed, all those guys either aren't in the game or their cards aren't available right now. So we're going to give our offensive line an entire makeover, which leaves us with our right tackle and our fullback completely empty. And then we have to make over our entire defense as well. So at an 84 overall with 4 silvers we have to add on our offense and defense combined, are we going to stay above an 81? Let's find out, boys. But here's our NFL star built offense and our NFL star built defense, and we are officially an 81 offense with an 83 defense. We are 82 overall, barely finishing the challenge. But in this video right here, I had much harder challenges where I built Caleb Williams' dream team. Be sure to watch it right now. If you love this video, you'll love this one. See you there in a second, boys.